I never liked it. I think
Really?
it just makes you hungry now. It just be licking mint, like what?
Eat and lick it now.
If
Yeah,
you eat
it's
now and they,
digestion.
no, thank you. No, thank you.
Anyway, Sha, have you seen a fine girl lately?
Affi is a very vain girl. Very, very
I try to be vain.
vain.
It's just a
You're
recent
not trying,
thing.
you're doing it.
Okay. All right.
Yes, we've seen a fine girl to the left and a fine girl to the right. Me, I'm not
I say
vain.
you're not vain and you're calling yourself fine girl.
I was just repeating what you said because you see, one fine girl cannot be in the picture. It has to be two.
Oh, well. Yeah, I guess so. So, we're going to start
Anyway.
recording right now because we haven't started this.
That's true.
Alrighty. Yeah, here we go. It's nice to be back here with you on Unfiltered Convo. My name is Affi.
My name is Funmi.
And yes, as always, this is a casual talk where two widows, Africans, who are immigrants, foreigners
in another man's
another land.
In the land of UK.
Yeah, with a lot of things going on. We don't even know what's going on really. But then we're experiencing alien cultures. We're working so hard, paying so much taxes in this country. We haven't started benefiting anything just yet. I just wanted to just put it out there so that people know that it's not, look, some of us, we haven't even chopped 10 kobo of UK money.
No, actually,
we're working.
10 pence.
Oh, okay, sorry, 10 pence.
of UK money.
So yeah, we're experiencing alien culture, trying to adapt to it. We share Dear Diary moments, on this. We are very vulnerable on the show with you because we're sharing our personal experiences.
We speak our truth.
Exactly. And we're Christians, most of all. Christians, mothers, single parents, taking care of our two beautiful children each. And yes, we get to share our experiences with you just so that you can hear our perspective. And if it resonates with you, then, we hope it can help you in some form. So the thing is, some of the things we talk about, most of what we talk about are things that some people consider as taboo. Or some people think it, but they dare not speak it out.
And some people think we are overdoing it by sharing this truth.
Mm-hmm.
And they say, why are you talking about these things? It's obvious you've not moved on.
Yeah, exactly. Some people think because we're still talking about conversations around widowhood that we haven't really moved on. But then, can you ever move on? Is it about this? When we say move on, what exactly do you mean by moving on?
Moving on means you have left that in the past. It means that you have overcome all the fears, all the anxiety and all the pain you felt about the loss.
Well, if that's what it means,
you're embracing life. Yeah. You're embracing life anew.
I still have a long way to go on that, but it doesn't mean that I'm still grieving. No, that's not what it means. I mean, I still remember my late husband.
From time to time.
And yes, I do. In fact, one of the things we're going to be talking about, not today though, is about triggers, because there's no way that you would remember or you'd see certain things that will not trigger the memory, or trigger some emotional things to, come out. So yeah, if moving on for you means that we're still in whatever it is the description
you're supposed to have amnesia about what happened in the past. That is moving on.
No, I don't have amnesia.
Some people would say moving on is different from moving forward. So in moving forward, you're working with your grief. You're dealing with it from time to time when it rears its head, but you are still being conscious of the fact that you need to handle things anew, afresh, start life over, like the way we moved into another country.
I mean, that's exactly what we're doing. I don't know what those explanations are, but one thing I can say about me is I have learned to deal with or to make my peace with losing a husband, and I do not just randomly start crying over things, which I was doing before. I'm not depressed. I'm not, what's the word now? I don't live in regrets. No. In fact, I try and strive to remember the joyful moments we had, because that's what he would have wanted of me. I remember I told you that the last thing he said to me was, Afyong, write down joy. So, I mean, I forgot it for a moment, but people who heard me share it later,
Reminded you.
reminded me that don't forget that he said joy. So, I have been trying to grasp that joy. I have been trying to do that. It's not been an easy task or something, but yeah, I've been trying to do that. And I'm also like wanting to share life with someone else, to should I say, well, we've been talking about dating, so to date, to try and move on, as I say, with someone else. And
I think they say move forward,
move forward, and it's been quite an experience, and this is what we're sharing with you all. And
Absolutely.
we just share our absolute truths with you. Nothing to hide from whatever it is we share with you. At least we share whatever it is we want you to hear. And most of what we talk about are things that people would not ordinarily speak about. So yeah,
Yes.
that's it. It's our truth.
So it's kind of like we're breaking taboos somewhere. Like
I
we're
think it
doing
needs to be.
things in we're handling things differently because we talk about these things. And anyway, that is what Unfiltered Conversations, or Convos rather, is all about. And we are happy to have you on board to listen to what we have to talk about today. And today we're talking about what exactly, Affi?
We're talking about red flags and green flags
In what?
in relationships or dating, or in people that hang around you, as someone who's trying
Perspectives.
to someone's trying to
perspective.
get into another relationship, or maybe it's not even another relationship, but you're still trying to find your feet, and then there's certain people that are hanging around you, and you need to know what are the red flags to identify, what are the green flags. Red flags basically is how would we define red flags?
Red
Things you
flags
look
are
out
things
for.
that you should not accommodate if you
Actually,
spot it
something
in
down.
if you spot it in someone or something that you're aiming for. So it's a red flag, for instance, if you want to buy Honda Accord, and then what comes before you is a Citroen. But
Why did you mention Citroen?
I don't know. I was just saying. So you know what you want, and you know what are the things that will turn you off in a prospective suitor, and those are the red flags. The green flags, however, are the things that you would appreciate in someone else, someone you like to spend time with, in the considerable future. Then now and in the considerable future. So we are talking about red flags and green flags in prospective relationships.
Yeah, and this is such an important and empowering conversation to have, because many widows or widowers, stepping back into this dating, it's quite a vulnerable thing, and they are vulnerable as well. So it helps to name the red flags so that they can spot them easily, or so that we can spot them easily, because we're still in it as well. And I said mistakes are bound to happen. I did send something like that to you, but you see, yes, you might need to make some of those mistakes, but then you don't have to make all of them. So learn from other people's experiences, from other people's mistakes as well. Okay, so you don't end up being the one making all of the mistakes by yourself, because you could end up hurting really bad, really bad. It will not be a 1 week cry. Trust me.
So, Afi, what are the things you consider as red flags in a man?
Okay. When the person tells you, a rushed commitment, basically,
What does that mean?
as in like a rush, like you just meet the person, you guys just started talking, the person is already like, I want to meet your family, I want to come to your home, I want to, hey, come on, slow down, or the person is already just 1 week into the conversation, you don't really know that much about yourself, and you're already like wanting some intimate things, really intimate things. You want
mean
to
like sex?
meet my children, you want to have sex, you want
right.
yeah, because meeting my children is an intimate thing, You want to have sex. You want to me to come to your house and do some what?
It's a laundry.
Cooking.
Nobody does that anymore, please.
Oh gosh.
No.
You think so?
No.
Let me tell you, just that happened to a family member of mine. I just don't want to say the exact
At our
relative.
age, our marital status.
Okay.
Eh.
All right.
Okay,
Well,
please go on. I'm just wondering
well,
where
actually, what
where
broke
is
up that
where this is leading.
relationship was the fact that
She doesn't know how to
the
wash
guy,
plates.
no, the guy actually wanted her to. She had gone out. She was tired. She came back and went to the guy's place to say hello before she goes for the next event or something. And then the guy's like, he had some clothes to wash or something like that, and like she needed to wash them.
Sorry.
I think it was clothes or something. She was like, wait, I don't understand. Like, I can't even do that. Or cook. I think it was cook.
Hey.
Cook. So I went and had to do the cooking. His friends were around. And she was like, I can't now because I'm really tired. I need to go. I have another outing to go for, which you already knew about and all of that. So I can't even lift myself to that. He got really upset with her. And that was what broke up the relationship.
It's fine. Good riddance,
Because, exactly.
good riddance. I mean, what kind of man is that one? Wait.
Attitude
He's
put
looking
up
for a
now.
maid. Let us just say.
Oh, that's
he's looking
exactly
for
what
a
we
maid.
said. And this baby is
Okay,
way
so
more
this
than
is
that.
a
You
red
see
flag. Moving
plenty.
too fast. Expecting intimacy of some level
Exactly.
within a very short period of time. What's the second one?
Okay, when the person disrespects your loss. Now, one of the reasons I respect a friend today is the fact that, as we said, some things trigger emotions in you. You don't plan to cry or plan to sulk or remember some things and feel bad, about your late husband. But then some memory could happen, or maybe you could see a couple walking hand in hand or something, and it triggers something in you, and then you remember, or it could be your date. For example, it was my anniversary date. It was like the whole of August is a big deal for me because he died in August.
You got married in August.
No, we got married in September actually.
Right.
But he died in August. He was buried in August. His birthday was in August, So, and the dates were like following each other like that. So I had those days were like, in fact, it was like a blockade of, remembrance for me and all of that. And sometimes you want to put this up on your WhatsApp status or something like a memory thing. And then I remember asking a friend of mine that, do you mind, as in, what does he think about someone? And he was like, look, any man that does not respect the fact that you've gone through a loss and that you
need to be acknowledging it.
You need to acknowledge this exactly, and the person is not sympathetic towards that, does not deserve you.
Absolutely.
Because what in fact it shows that you're a good woman to remember, your late husband. Because should anything happen to then whatever next relationship you are into or something, should anything happen to the man, it shows that
God forbid.
You're going to, of course,
God forbid.
But as in, it shows the kind of person, the kind of heart that you have, and I think it's a good thing. So that's the kind of person you want to go for. But anyway, we're talking about red flags, So when the person dismisses your loss,
that's a red flag. What's another red flag?
Oh, when the person does not respect or acknowledge your children, when you have children. If you've started something already, because these red flags are not just at the beginning. In fact, you probably won't even notice most red flags. Not probably, you will not notice most red flags at the beginning. It's when you've already gotten into the relationship, you're going on and on. That's when you start seeing these things. And one of it is when the person is not contributing in any way to your children.
So they're
whether mentally, I'm not talking about financially now, no, because you were taking care of your children financially before this person came into the picture. But
their self-development, their self-awareness,
be good influence.
Parenting wise, how positively influential are you?
Yeah, exactly.
If this person
to
is
even acknowledge
dismissive,
these children,
is
thank
dismissive
you.
of their needs, their wants,
Their
their
person,
emotions,
their emotions,
not
exactly.
okay, that's a
You
good
know,
one too.
these are really things that we need to take note of. Okay.
Yes. The fourth
Another
one.
thing would be if the person is always asking you for money. Yes,
Ha.
there are people like that. Always asking for money, always wanting things from you, always collecting from you. The person is the person that's always collecting, and never gives, cannot give. Come on. That's a big
In the
red flag.
first place, what are you looking for in somebody like that?
Well, sometimes things happen, and that's why I said it's when you're into the relationship that you would know
You're
that
right.
these things are happening. You know, when at the beginning, a person might not show some of these things. So it's when you're already into it, you find out that it could be a subtle thing. Oh, you go out for dinner. Oh, my wallet is not here or something. Or my card was declined. Oh, there was something, and then you get to pay for it. You do the first and do it the second time. Oh, we need to buy something. You're the one that buys gifts. The person doesn't even give anything.
That's
You know?
that's a big no.
Yeah.
A big no.
You need to be
Just
very
walk away,
conscious of
please.
that.
I
You've
want
not
to
experienced that.
No.
Oh my God.
I want to say that no amount of emotional need should place you in a kind of relationship where you'll be like, let me just manage. Let me just take it as it is. There aren't a lot of good men out there. In fact, the good men do not exist.
Exactly.
I think it's better for you to date yourself than to find yourself in such a loveless, not even loveless alone, a relationship that is not contributing anything to your life, anything to your emotional, psychological, physical needs. Please just turn your back and walk away.
And you know, earlier when we started the show, you talked about some people would say, because you're doing a show on widowhood or something, you know, that means you haven't really moved on or something. That's another red flag you need to look out for. When this person you're with, you know, keeps telling you, aren't you over that now by now? Aren't you over, you know, come on. That's a very dismissive thing to do. Or as in, you know, telling you that getting jealous over
a dead spouse.
A dead spouse, exactly. It's a big red flag. A big red flag.
No.
Oh, and another thing is, this is a key thing. When the person hides or tries to hide the relationship. So you don't know his friends. You never get to meet people that are around him or people connected to him. So it's just only your place you go to. You probably don't even know his place, or you don't know her place. So it's only because we're not just speaking for widows, for widowers as well. You know, so she's coming only to your place. You can't go to her place. She doesn't introduce you to anybody, or he doesn't introduce you to anybody around him. But he knows the people around you, or she knows.
And you don't know the people in his world.
In his cycle, you know, or circle. You need to be aware. That's a really, really big red flag. I told you earlier, and I've shared it here, of someone who wanted to ask me out for a coffee. You know, here, anybody can ask you for coffee. It doesn't mean that the person wants to talk to you about dating or something. That's the thing here. So, I mean, I went for it innocently in a way, although I suspected, you know, that this was going to happen. And then the person, I told you about it already, that the person now asked me and was like, oh, can we scratch our back?
People don't need to know. Yeah, so
you don't have to tell people
I remember.
About it. People don't need to know. That's a big, gigantic red flag that you need to be aware of.
Yes, the person doesn't value you enough to want to share your love with whatever it is you have with other people. So.
Or proud enough to showcase you to others. He doesn't want a future with you. Talking about future, that's another thing. When the person can't talk about the future and includes you in that
a forever kind of
plan.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's a red flag. The person talking about future and you're not in that picture.
Absolutely. That means the person does not fancy you or does not even see you being present in their future. So any other red flag before I go into
controlling person.
Absolutely.
This person is very controlling. The person is capitalizing on the fact that you're lonely or you're vulnerable, which a word you love using a lot. Because the fact that you're a vulnerable person, the person thinks that, yes, I can control this person. You can't have a life outside of me.
You don't talk to
You
people.
know, you don't talk to, yes, you can't
Try
talk to
they try
just
to cut off
any
your
guy.
other relationships, like your friends,
Yeah.
your family. I've said this before on another platform, that any relationship that seeks to seclude you or place you in a bubble where you do not have access to friends, family, or their opinions, or their advice at any particular time, then that relationship is not good for you. It is not edifying for you. It is toxic for you. Just turn your back and walk away.
Yeah. If the person makes you feel unsafe every time or uneasy, you know, I mean, it's a big deal. It's something you need to reconsider.
I agree.
Do you really want to continue with that relationship or not? Because it's a big red flag. I'm sure you have some points that you...
I do.
I think at this point, you know, as in, it's not just about making this list. It's also, perhaps you could make your own points with some experiences.
My experiences? No.
You got a lot of it, my girl. Tell me about it.
You make me sound as if I've been all over town.
No, not all over town. It's just that you are more open and receptive than, you know, it was something that even some listeners told us about, that Affi is still a bit, what's the word?
You're still a bit laid back, or reserved about this thing.
Yeah, sort of, you know. And I'm like, so see, I'm like, you know, you need to get into the water.
Test it.
And I'm like, now you point your toe.
She's doing testing.
She's like, you take it out.
Me, I'm like, let's see how it goes.
You're like,
I'm jumping in.
Diving in.
Yeah.
Dive out again.
I don't have time, because I think whatever it is you explore is what you learn from.
Yeah.
So if you're not exploring it and you're still looking at it from the textbook point of view, I mean, what are you learning? And theories can't teach you anything. However, I think in sharing the red flags that I think are red flags, I think one red flag that I have seen that has helped me going forward to say no to someone else is, if a man approaches me and he starts running down women that are either from his tribe or his race, and he starts saying, oh, I can't date white women because they are rubbish. I've heard a white man tell me that before. And I said, why would you say that white women are rubbish? You're a white man yourself. It's like, well, they are rubbish. They are entitled. They are this, they are that. And I understood what he was saying, in the sense that they weren't taking his rubbish. This man was full of real rubbish. So obviously, maybe the women from the same race as himself, they were able to spot it quickly. And so in his approach towards a dark-skinned woman, is saying that, oh, the reason why I'm into you is because the women from my race, they're bad. So any man that does that runs down people from his tribe, whether he's Igbo and he says he can't date Igbo women, he has a thing against Yoruba women and he's Yoruba, or he has a thing against Efik women and he's Efik, or he's black and he has a thing against black women. And it's not that he has a thing alone, he's actually spilling vitriol on them, like talking bad about them negatively, can't see anything good about them. I think that man is a big red flag.
Yeah.
Is a big red flag.
You are very right about
Yes.
that. And I think, just to go a bit further, we still had this conversation about how men would approach you and then they're saying, oh, the woman I was with before, my ex, you know, or my... I'm in this thing now where we're separated, and the woman, you know how these women can be. The woman came and just took over everything, and he's just doing me, and starts running down the woman that you've been with, that's supposed to have been your wife. Oh, come on. For me, I think I take that as a red flag.
I do too.
A big red flag, because you don't run down someone you've spent a certain amount. I mean, nobody really. You shouldn't run down people, but then not talk of someone that you spent time with, no matter
who is probably the mother or the father
bad.
Of your children.
Exactly.
There must be something good about them.
Oh, I respect a friend I just met, you know, who had some problems in his first marriage. In fact, there was a way he described himself. If I say it now, he'll know who he is, you know. He said, I've forgotten how he put that. Is it a reluctant divorcee or something? Or, like, he didn't want to be in that position but he was forced into that position. But I love the way he talks to me about his first
ex.
marriage,
Right.
and how, I mean, he
Was
identified
respectful.
the problem, but he still spoke with respect
Absolutely.
for that. And
I think
absolutely
that is a very
adore that.
mature mind.
Yeah,
And
very.
that is a good mind to want to be in a relationship with.
Exactly. So you don't have to run down the people you've been with because you want to get another girl. If somebody starts doing that, it's a big red flag.
It is a big red flag. Which brings me to the second point I wanted to mention. If a man approaches you and you ask about his relationship status and he says, actually, I am separated. Separated.
This hits home.
If he's separated and he has not divorced, he has not initiated the divorce. The divorce is not in its final, in its finality. And he's coming into dating.
What does this mean?
He's coming into dating, he's approaching you and saying that I want to date you. Please, what does he have to offer you? What stability does he have to offer you? It means that this man is still having affinity of some sort, which is separated wife, because I won't say it's his
It's not an
ex.
ex.
They
Yes.
are still
Actually,
together.
let's be real with that. This is a hole that a lot of us fall into.
Oh, yeah. Yes, yes. I was going to share my experience about this Nigerian man.
Yeah, it would be nice to hear that experience. But I just want us to be it's a hole that we all fall into, a lot of us. Not all, but a lot of us fall into, where the person says we're separated. It doesn't matter the number of years or months that you can't even do months, really. It doesn't matter the number of years, separated or not. If you haven't gotten the divorce yet, you are still married. So
and there
if
are
you
some
start with this person, then you are dating a married man.
They are not emotionally available. They are not available in any sense. They can't even give you any commitment.
No future,
the
exactly.
kind that you want. So there's this Nigerian man who approached me. He was really intentional and he pursued me. And I was beginning to think maybe, okay, let me just give him a chance. So in the course of going out on a date and asking all those important questions, I just found out that this man is married. No, he said, according to him, he's been separated for 5 years. So that evidences the fact that he's not serious with this woman and they've not had any intimacy for a long time. I'm like, no, there are people that are married and they don't have intimacy. And there are people that are unmarried and they have intimacy. That is not a barometer for measuring whether you're still with your wife or not. As far as I'm concerned, the two of you are married. And so I had to walk away. So any man that has not finalized and
divorce,
close the door on his past. Because the reason why I'm a widow and I am in a dating pool is because I have closed that door on my past, and I'm telling the world, I'm telling myself, I'm telling the world, I am ready to move forward. I want to start another life. So if there's such a man that is just testing the waters, also there's another, in fact, there are a lot of them.
They might even have good intentions, and the fact is they really want to move on. But
no,
for Christians,
you can't move on if you are still in a relationship.
Whether you're
it's
Christian
not possible.
or not, actually, you're still married. But for us Christians, it is just going to be a wrong thing to get into, because
forget religion,
married.
Forget religion. Let's look at the value in it.
You're a lawyer, so perhaps you need to quote some laws.
I'm not quoting laws here now, but you are still in a relationship. Whether the relationship is not working well, it's none of our business.
Or whether you're not living together.
The moment you place yourself in the dating pool, whether a dating app, or you're signaling to somebody that I am ready, come and mingle with me, it means you're telling that person that I am very available for whatever it is that you want us to have. And then I am coming with an expectation that I want to have a serious relationship, and I find out that the man is married. Or he thinks that, well, I'm actually married. But the thing is, we are looking at separating in a few years because I'm waiting for my ILR. I get my ILR, which is the indefinite leave to remain for migrants. And then we can go our separate ways. What is the guarantee is telling the absolute truth? And why should you even be with that kind of man who is, from all intents and purposes, he is still living with his wife and they are having whatever it is together? Please run away.
Even if
that's
they
the
were
second
not
point.
Living together, that's the way I'm hammering at. Even if they were not living together and there's a lot of water that's gone under the bridge, you cannot, because until the divorce is finalized, until the doors, as you've put it, the door is completely shut on the ex or the former relationship, you can't move on, and you'll end up being the one hurt in this, because at the end of the day, look at this scenario. You're dating a man who is separated, or you're dating a woman who is separated. Now, just
And
separated.
you want more. You always want more.
And of course, because you're dating because you want more. You want a future with this person. You're not trying to have a fling. We're not talking about having a fling now. And for us Christians, it's a different ball game entirely, because you're dating for a future to move on with this person. And then the person is still connected to the past. You can't discuss
just
a
walk
future
away
until that has happened. And the fact is, the more you stay in this relationship, the longer you stay in it, the more you're falling in love with this person, the more complicated it is for you, the more you get hurt by this,
Yes.
And you could end up being the one to lose at the end of the day. Why? Because what if this person separated decide that, we want to come back?
Did you say you could end up?
Ourselves.
That's a probability. Certainty you are going to get.
No, because
you are going to get yourself
some people could
burnt.
be fortunate that the separation turns to a divorce, and then they continue with their this thing. But do you want to wait to
I'm
find
not going
that
to
out?
hang around a man
exactly
and wait for him to divorce his wife, because the wife might still want to be together with him. That is so complicated. Just walk away from complication. Your life is complicated already. As a widower, your life is complicated already. Any man, which is another point I want to say, any man that is indecisive doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't know what he wants. He's saying, let's see how it goes. Let's just date. Let's see whether we can date for 2 or 3. Then we'll see whether, because I'm actually still considering other women. You're not the only one I'm considering. I don't know what you are doing in that kind of dating. Please turn your back and walk away for your own peace. That is another point. Another point I want to raise is, if you happen to encounter a man that says things like, I have never dated a black girl before. I want to see how it feels like.
You have done to sample that needs to be tasted.
The man is slumming.
For example,
the man is slumming. Is getting out of his social circle, and he wants to test the waters with you. It does not mean he likes you. Please, any man that approaches you without, of course, we see color. Yeah, we do see color, but that is not the first thing that person talks about. The person sees you as a human being.
Yeah, true.
Doesn't see you as less of yourself, and doesn't throw that color thing into it from the get-go and says, I've never dated a black girl before. Or starts saying sexual stuff, or, sexual innuendo. Please be courageous enough to walk away. It's not by force. Another thing is, any man that you are going on a date with him, or is suggestive of a date, he's suggesting a date, and he says, okay, let the date be in my house.
Even if it's the third date?
If it's the first date, second date, and he's saying, come to my house, let us Netflix and chill. Please, how is that a date?
We all know what Netflix and chill means, right?
We don't know. Explain it.
I went online, I checked it up. So
explain it.
My own interpretation originally of Netflix and chill was we're actually going to get some popcorn or pizza, sit on the couch, and we're watching Netflix, whether it's a rom-com or an action
rom-com, bad idea.
I'm just saying, or something like that. As Christians, that's my thought, But then when I checked out what Netflix and chill means, come on.
Tell us now. What does it mean?
Oh, it's beyond just sitting on the couch. It gets into cuddling, neckling, and then
spooning.
Yeah, spooning.
And then?
And
what you cannot mention on air. Yes.
It goes further.
Any man that suggests that
ends up on the couch or the bed or
as a date idea from the get-go.
Yeah, first or second date. So please now.
Just know they are sampling goods.
Even third, unless you're the one that decides, I want to do this. But then you also have to be careful, because you don't know what the world is.
What if he's a serial killer?
Because people, I don't know. Because I'm a Christian, I keep wanting to talk from a Christian perspective. See, people who say they are Christians, a lot of them are not actually Christians. And this is something we need to be careful of, because we're like, oh, because this person's a Christian, we trust you. In fact, once a person starts saying extra, oh, I'm a Christian, lots of I'm a Christian, that's like a red flag as well, because you don't need to say,
Is
keep
your
saying that
actions.
you're a Christian,
Yes.
you're a Christian.
Yes.
By their fruits, you shall know them.
Christ-like. We need
That's
to be
what the Bible
Christ-like.
says.
Yes, absolutely.
So when the person keeps saying, oh, I'm a Christian, because they are Christian dating sites, but you find out that it's not Christians that are in those sites. Well, not all of them. I mean, that quite a number of them too that are not actually Christians. So you need to be careful. It needs to be a red flag that you need to be aware of.
Absolutely.
So please, okay, when this person says, you say you want to trust because he's a Christian, I'm going to this person's house, and then one thing leads to another, you know what it is like. I mean, it doesn't, I'm not saying that you're going to be forced, but I'm just saying that you know the kind of vulnerable situation you're in. You know how lonely you have been. You know the kind of desires that you've had or something like that. And then this person starts giving you the atmosphere that is putting you in that right mood. And then you can't control yourself. And then you probably get into what you don't want to get into. You need to be careful and tell yourself the truth. What do you want to do from the get-go before you take it too far?
Yes.
So please be able to identify these red flags. Okay?
Another red flag is a man that does not have a job. J-O-B. Any man that is on benefits. That doesn't have a job. And does not want to work.
And doesn't want to work.
Is not interested in working.
We're not saying benefits is bad. I mean,
Please, it's a red flag. It's a no-no.
There are people that, yes, they have to be on these benefits, because of their vulnerability, their vulnerable state.
Explain the difference, please.
There are some people that they have a certain form of disability that cannot allow them
why they're on
to
benefits
work,
now.
And but the thing is, if you are still able, you're still capable of doing something, then you should. But we found out that here, a lot of them, not a lot, there are some of them that would rather, there's nothing totally wrong with them. Yes, there is a condition or a situation, but you find out that even in that situation, you're still able to do a certain level of job, but you refuse to work. Why? Because you know that when you start working, certain benefits will be taken or withdrawn from you. So you would rather not work. For me,
so that government can pay you.
Yeah.
As you're sitting at home and watching TV.
I see it as a red flag because I am such a hard worker. Like, I need someone to tell me, Affi, stop. That's the kind of person I am.
Not really
I
stop.
can do
How can you
when
stop
I say,
working?
No,
Slow
when I
down.
say stop, I mean someone that would say, Affi, stop for now and rest, okay?
Slow
before
down.
you move on.
Anybody that tells me to stop.
I'm that kind of person. I could work and forget myself. I'm so committed to that.
Yeah.
And then I don't have a partner that is, you don't have to match my energy, but at least a partner that's is what's the right word I could use now?
A partner that is what?
That is up and doing.
Yeah.
Is that a word really, up and doing?
A partner that is active,
hardworking to an extent, doing something.
Someone that values hard work. Yes, and respects it in others, and also is like that himself.
But this is me personally. There are some people that they don't mind their partners being totally on benefits. Yeah, that's your. I mean,
it's a red flag for me.
You're okay. It's okay for you if you want that, but for me, no, it's just not going to work. You've got to be able to do something. Do something. Yeah, do something.
And finally, for me, I think one red flag is someone that is bad with budgeting. If the person is bad with budgeting and you happen to be someone that budgets every expense, every income that comes in, and you rationalize it with one thing or the other, and this other person is just like, oh, come on, let us, as the money is coming in, let's spend it, so that in the next 20 days we will not have food to eat in the house. You are going to be having problems.
Let's spend the money.
You are going to be having problems because obviously your values are not aligning.
If he's making the money, right?
Yeah, if he's making the money, but that means if after maybe in 30 days you've spent your budget for the month in 5 days, and then the two of you are now in my language say you're opening your mouth and only air is coming in, food is not entering. That means it's empty air, nothing else. Then you are going to be suffering. You're going to be suffering.
I think on the flip side is for someone who over budgets, when I say over budgets, it's so stingy. It's hard to bring out money. I don't like stingy
Budgeting
people.
doesn't make you stingy.
No.
Sis.
There are some people that are okay. Maybe it's not budgeting. Is not the right word, but that's why I said on the flip side, someone who's very akagom.
That's a Nigerian
It's just
expression.
an akagom. I don't like people that are selfish. I'm a very generous person.
Yes.
I mean, I give to a fault. Oh, you know that.
I do.
You know?
I do.
So if you're this type that you do not give at all, like you don't even like it, you don't like bringing out money, no.
You're going to have
For
a problem.
me, it's a
now.
red flag.
It's a red flag. How can you not want to
Seriously,
spend
It's a red flag.
when the person is spending on you?
We're not saying be a spendthrift or something. We're just saying be a generous person.
Yes.
Even the Bible says, give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Shall men give unto your bosom. And on that note, I think we need to end this episode.
No, we've not talking about green flags.
No, green flag has to be another episode because we've talked so much about red flags, okay? So we're going to take a green flag on another episode. But I really hope that you've been able to learn a lot from or get some facts and stuff, to look out for on today's episode of Unfiltered Convo, talking about red flags. And it would be a nice thing for us to actually roll out some red flag lists to look out for.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll put it up on our Convo in one of those on the YouTube,
social
right?
media
So that
post,
you can you can see red flags to look out for.
Yeah,
we should roll out some of the stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so no paparazzi, as we do it. Thank you for listening to us. Please subscribe.
Share.
I know that
Share.
we get as much as over 400 views on some of our
the ones that go viral
podcasts, Yeah, but the 400 views is not equivalent to the subscription. Please now help our ministry. Please subscribe, share, as she said. Okay?
Biko.
Please, thank you.
Please.
Help these fine girls remain fine.
Yes. So it's your video that is making you fine. It's your recording that is making you fine.
It's the subscription.
It's the subscription. Oh, that is. Please help us fine. Help us fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Not help us look fine. Help us fine.
All right. Thank you so much. And have a beautiful rest of your day or night or whatever it is you're doing, okay?
And whatever time you're listening. Thanks for staying with us. Thank you so much.
I am Affi.
And I am Funmi.